So basically today we are going to discuss about the concept of conductor and insulator, without which we cannot go to the next part, that is resistance. So first of all we have to know what is conductor. So conductor means which is responsible for conducting the actually electricity. And what is the meaning of electricity? Nothing but the transfer of electric charges. That means free electron, isn't it? So, uh, one thing is that when we are going to see that if we are going to switch on or switch off, then accordingly light or fan is going to start. So, what is that? Because the transfer of current through one uh, cord from the switch to the particular substance, and here the current is passing through the wire, and so wire is called conductor. So what is the basic description or definition of conductor? That is the substances in which the electricity is readily allowed to pass from one part to another. Those which allow the electricity to pass through from one corner to another corner easily is called the conductor. So the free electric charges, that is electron, that are comparatively free to move inside the material. So what is the example? Example is, suppose you have to connect a copper wire. One part is connected with a neutral pit ball and another part is connected to the negative charged plastic rod. So what will be happened? It shows the sign of charging. So we will find that the pit ball acquires the negative charges, because the negative charges from the plastic rod is easily transferred to the another part, that is the pit ball, where connected through the copper wire. So copper wire is basically what? Basically the copper wire is acts here as the conductor. So now if we going to the example, that is some metal, human body, animal body, and obviously earth are the conductors. So now come here. One thing is that if you are going to another experiment, replacing the copper wire with some nylon thread or any rubber band, so there you observe that no transfer will be happened from one part to another part. That means pit ball remain neutral, that is not accepted any electric charges, because of the because of here we have used here such rubber band or nylon thread. So rubber band and nylon thread is not conductor. So what is the practical? Basically the nylon thread or rubber band is nothing but the opposite of the conductor, that is called the insulator. So the copper wire is conductor that can allow to pass the charges, that means free electron, from one part to the another part easily possible. But on the other hand, nylon thread or rubber band does not allow, so they are not conductor. So basically rubber band or nylon wire is considered as the insulator. Now come here, what is the insulator? Actually, insulator, the substances offer high resistance to pass or become the passage of the electricity or charges, that is free electron through them. Such type of substances, those substances that offer the high resistance are called the insulator. That means insulator provide the high resistance, that means insulator provide to resist to pass the electricity from one portion to another portion. Most of the non-metallic substances like glasses, porcelain, plastic, nylon, wood offer the high resistance to flow the electricity. So now come here one of the most important term, that is grounding or earthing. You all know about the term grounding or earthing. That means when we are going to build or any building to visit on our others neighbors place, then there must be, we have to known or we have to listen that the earthing is not proper way or grounding is not properly happened here. So what is this grounding or earthing? So when we are being the charged body in contact with the earth, all the excess charges on the body disappear by causing a momentary current to pass to the ground through the connecting conductor. As here, human body is acts as the conductor. This process of sharing the charges with the earth is called the grounding or earthing. Why we have to need grounding or earthing in a proper way? Because earthing provides a safety measurement for the electrical circuits as well as the appliances, because nowadays all of the houses there must be some highly powered electric appliances are used daily, like mixer machine, AC, cooler, TV, inverter, and so many of. So if there is not properly grounding or earthing will be happened, then there must be some uh, accident will be happened. So grounding or earthing basically provides a safety measurement for the electrical circuits as well as some appliances. So grounding and earthing will be happened in a proper way in a new building. So now we can get now the concept of resistance. This is the keyword and we found in the insulator part, isn't it? So what is the resistance? It is the property of conductor to resist the flow of charges. When these properties happen in any type of conductor, then that type of conductor is converted to the insulator. So resistance is mentioned capital R, and R equals to V by I. That means V means voltage, I means current. So the ratio of the voltage and current is also mentioned as the resistance. Okay. So V equals to IR. This is the mathematical expression and which is required in any numerical problem related about resistance, current, voltage and all that. I will explain later. Now SI unit of resistance, that is ohm, where we can get some kilo ohm, milli ohm, mega ohm and all that. So rheostat. Now the term is rheostat. It is an electrical or electronic device used to control the current by varying the resistance. So it is the electronic device used to control the current by varying the resistance. That means rheostat is control the current flowing. If there is highly current will be flowed or low level of current will be flowed, that is controlled by rheostat, and that is happened only by varying the resistance. Okay. Now the important is define 1 ohm. This question is very important in your exam as well as some interview or as well as some viva voice. So 1 ohm is defined as the resistance of a conductor with a potential difference of 1 volt applied to the end through which 1 ampere current will be flowed. So here one thing is that ohm is a unit of resistance, and we can get that resistance equals to voltage by current. So voltage basically here considered as the unit voltage and current also considered here as the unit current, and according to the voltage and current the unit is 1 volt and current 1 ampere. So 1 ohm defined as what? The resistance of the conductor with a potential difference must be 1 volt and applied to the end through which 1 ampere current will be flowed. So 1 ohm, 1 voltage and 1 ampere is related with the definition of 1 ohm. So thank you.